Hello everybody, it's Walter, your favorite historian, educator, professor, social studies extraordinaire, and blue-collar scholar. Today's date is February the 15th, 2026. This video is entitled Conservative Hypocrisy. So, in having conversations with many of my conservative brethren on Facebook, off Facebook, and in other settings, it's amazing how, conservatives who typically hate the federal government, they hate federal power, they view anything that the federal government is doing as an intrusion upon their individual freedom or the freedom of their state to do what it wants to do and so forth and so on. When it comes to this ICE enforcement shit, these states' rights people, these don't tread on me people, suddenly become the strongest advocates for broad federal power when it comes to ICE enforcement. But when it comes to literally everything else, federal government bad, states' rights, don't tread on me. I mean, the examples are limitless. We could be talking about the Affordable Care Act, student loans, Medicare, Medicaid, you name it, okay? Federal government bad. You're trampling on the rights of the people and the states. It's crazy. It's crazy, yo. I'm just saying. I just don't understand it. I don't know, why the issue of ICE enforcement seems to be one of such great passion for them, okay? Half of them have never had a negative interaction with an undocumented person in their lives. Half of them live in places where it's racially homogenous, okay, and AKA all one race, nobody else. And yet, ICE enforcement seems to be the most necessary and demanding issue of the day. And these people who will literally curse the federal government and curse federal power on almost every other thing, including money to keep their damn farm from going into foreclosure. Oh yes, federal government good now. Federal government good now when it comes to enforcing immigration laws, okay? And it's crazy how many conservatives in even blue states are willing to thwart the laws of the blue states to continue working with ICE, even if the blue state itself refuses to implement any assistance laws or allow its local governments to officially assist ICE in any way. You see them on Facebook, they be like, it's federal law. ICE is a federal entity and states don't have the right to interfere with them. Okay, which is technically true, they don't, and neither do municipalities. But by the same token, they don't have to assist ICE either, okay? But continuing, they're like, the federal government has all the power over immigration. Essentially, the federal government does have the province over regulating immigration and naturalization. That is true, okay? The states don't have any desire to regulate immigration and naturalization. The states want to protect all the people that live there, okay, whether documented or not, and that's a state's choice. Federal government wishes to deal with the matter of immigration in the way that it's doing, that's on them. But guess what? They don't have to expect any cooperation from the states or their local governments. And I just, like I said, conservatives are so funny in the level of hypocrisy that's displayed because, this singular issue, suddenly the federal government is the best thing since sliced cheese. But when the conversation moves to anything else, should the federal government be helping out low-income individuals with food assistance? No. Federal government bad, okay? That makes them lazy and not want to work. Mind you, some of these individuals who might need this food assistance might already be employed, okay, but not make anywhere near enough to support themselves. Okay. The American food stamp system is trash, by the way. In other countries, it's far more comprehensive, but that's another issue. But the original point, federal government bad, don't tread on me, waving their Gadsden flag. Federal government bad, don't tread on me. It's just like, oh my gosh, it's just deafening and sickening, in my humble opinion, the level of hypocrisy displayed by conservatives. And then they'll throw the argument at you that those on the left are the same way. Normally pro-federal power, okay, with everything, except when it comes to ICE enforcement. And that does have a ring of truth to it. However, the left will invoke the argument of states' rights, depending on the issue, far more than the right will champion federal power, okay? The left will definitely champion states' rights when it comes to the ability of their states to do many different things that the federal government may be trying to undermine. But the sole singular an example, okay, with the SAVE Act when it comes to voting regulations, all right, requiring ID, something I personally don't have an issue with, but a lot of those on the left do. Now, I say I have not seen most conservatives have any remote level of passion about anything that the federal government does with the level that they have with ICE enforcement. Seems like that's the only thing in the world that they think the federal government has any business doing. Immigration enforcement. Like I said, when it comes to anything else, student loans, social service assistance like food stamps, Medicare, Medicaid, infrastructure, subsidizing projects, subsidizing education, anything, you name it. Federal government bad, don't tread on me, states' rights. But only with immigration, well, that's the federal government's power and they have every right to enforce the immigration laws and so forth and so on. It's a federal law and states can't undermine it and yada, 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 yada. Federal government suddenly becomes the best thing since sliced bread when it comes to ICE enforcement. The only thing the conservatives seem to give a clear fuck about. Okay? But when it actually comes to helping out the American people in a litany of different other ways, conservatives give zero fucks whatsoever about the federal government having a role here. So like I said, I think while the burden of hypocrisy certainly can be argued on both the left and the right, when it comes to this, I would say the right certainly shares far more of the blame of hypocrisy here, because the federal government is only good for ICE enforcement. When it comes to anything else to help the American people out, it's bad. But I'd love to hear your thoughts on the matter. Leave them in the comments down below, and I'll be happy to engage in good, positive, fruitful, peaceful discussion. Take care of yourself. Stay safe out there. Please like and subscribe to my channel, and I will talk to you at the next video. Professor Shelton, the Blue Collar Scholar, out.